Hi everyone, and welcome back to our daily news update. Today we have a diverse array of latest stories from around the world, so let's dive right in. Starting off, a devastating fire broke out at the newborn baby care hospital in Vivek Vihar, East Delhi, claiming the lives of 7 innocent newborns. The blaze, which ripped through the unlicensed facility, resulted in deaths of one 25-year-old infant and 6 15-year-olds. 5 other babies are currently under treatment for injuries sustained in the fire. This avoidable tragedy exposes shocking lapses in safety protocols. The hospital, owned by Naveen Khichi and Jagriti Khichi, operated beyond its licensed capacity of 5 beds, housing 12 newborns at the time of the fire. Additionally, the hospital's license had expired in March 2024, and investigators found the building lacked fire extinguishers and essential emergency exits. Both owners and the doctor on duty have been arrested on charges of negligence and culpable homicide. A magisterial inquiry has been initiated to investigate the fire's cause and to recommend measures to prevent such tragedies in the future. Moving on to another tragic event, this time from Rajkot, where a fire in the gaming zones resulted in the deaths of 33 people, with over 15 still missing. The Gujarat High Court has described this incident as a man-made disaster, reflecting the gravity and preventability of the situation. Despite the scale of the tragedy, there have been a concerning lack of official data from the state government and local administration. Families are left in state of anguish, waiting for DNA sample results to confirm the identities of the deceased. Witness accounts point to the absence of basic firefighting equipment and alarms, raising serious questions about regulatory oversight and accountability. The Gujarat Congress has wasted no time blaming the BJP government for its failure to ensure safety standards due to alleged corruption. An FIR has been filed against 6 people, with 2 arrests made so far. The investigation continues to ensure accountability and justice for the victims. In another distressing report, hundreds of labourers from Jharkhand were returning home from Manipur following a brutal impact in Imphal that killed 1 labourer and injured 2 others. This marks the first attack on known locals since the beginning of ethnic conflicts in Manipur, prompting widespread fear and an exodus of workers. Sairom Bijit Singh, a member of the banned Kangleipak Communist Party, has been arrested by Manipur police for the killing of Shriram Hansada, a native of Jharkhand, in this tragic event. While Chief Minister Viren Singh highlights past data on militant attacks, the immediate concern lies in the safety of migrant workers, particularly Adivasis facing discrimination. Shriram's family's future hangs in the balance, with assistance from officials yet to materialize. In a heartwarming turn of events, a story of interfaith harmony has emerged from Tirupur, Tamil Nadu, as members of Muslim community donate land worth 6 lakh rupees for the construction of a Ganesh temple. This act of generosity stemmed from their recognition of the need for a suitable place of worship for the Hindus in area. The gesture further strengthens the long-standing bond between the Hindu and Muslim communities in the Ottapalam. The consecration ceremony witnessed active participation from Muslims, offering traditional prayers and participating in the procession, showcasing spirit of brotherhood and mutual respect. Now let's shift gears to the world of cricket, where the Kolkata Knight Riders have clinched their 3rd Indian Premier League title with a commanding 8-wicket victory over Sunrisers Hyderabad. Opting to bat first, SRH struggled against KKR's potent bowling attack, managing their lowest total of the season at just 113 runs. Mitchell Starc led the charge for KKR, ably supported by Vaibhav Arora and Andre Russell. Their combined efforts left the SRH batsmen struggling to gain momentum. KKR's chase for victory was led by Venkatesh Iyengar's explosive half-century, backed by Rahmanullah Gurbaz's steady innings. Their match ended with KKR securing a comfortable 8-wicket victory with over 9 overs to spare. Stark's early strikes and Russell's critical wickets dismantled SRH's batting lineup, leaving Pat Cummins as their top scorer with a meager 24 runs. This triumph marks a significant comeback for KKR, etching their name in IPL history once again. Turning to financial news, India experienced a significant trade deficit with 9 out of its top 10 trading partners in the year 2023-24. Despite an overall narrowing of the total trade deficit to $238.3 billion from $264.9 billion the previous year, deficits with major partners like China, Russia, Korea, and Hong Kong have increased. India's trade deficit with China, its largest trading partner, surged to $85 billion, with bilateral trade reaching $118.4 billion. Simultaneously, the deficit with Russia climbed to $57.2 billion, Korea to $14.71 billion, and Hong Kong to $12.2 billion. However, there is a silver lining as India maintains a trade surplus with the US at $36.74 billion, along with surplus with the UK, Belgium, Italy, France, and Bangladesh. While trade deficits aren't inherently bad, they can put pressure on the Indian rupee as more foreign currency is needed to pay for imports. This can lead to currency depreciation, potentially impacting inflation and domestic businesses. Switching focus, Cyclone Remal struck Bengal and Bangladesh, causing widespread disruption and necessitating large-scale evacuations. The cyclone made landfall between Sagar Island in West Bengal and Kalapada in Bangladesh around 9:15 p.m. on Sunday. More than 100,000 people were evacuated from low-lying and coastal areas in Kolkata, minimizing casualties. In Bangladesh, nearly 1 million people sought refuge in storm shelters as the cyclone brought gusts up to 130 km per hour and heavy rainfall. The cyclone severely disrupted air, rail, and road transportation in Kolkata and surrounding regions. Notably, the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose International Airport suspended operations for 21 hours, affecting 394 flights. The Indian Meteorological Department had issued timely warnings, allowing authorities to prepare effectively. While Cyclone Remal has passed, the focus now shifts to recovery efforts, including assessing infrastructure damage and helping displaced people return home. It's important to note that cyclones are becoming more frequent and powerful due to climate change, making disaster management a necessity for coastal regions. Moving on to the Middle East, tensions have escalated once again in Gaza as Hamas launched a rocket attack in Tel Aviv, the first such incident in months. Although no casualties or significant damage were reported, the attack triggered air raid sirens, highlighting regional tensions. Hamas's military wing claimed responsibility for the attack, while the Palestinian Islamic Jihad also fired rockets at nearby Israeli communities. The Israeli military intercepted some of the projectiles, but 8 crossed into Israeli territory from southern Gaza. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has responded strongly, rejecting any talks of permanent ceasefire. Meanwhile, Hamas accuses Israel of prolonging the conflict by refusing to negotiate. The European Union emphasized the importance of a strong Palestinian Authority to facilitate peace talks. On the other hand, Palestinian Prime Minister Mohammad Mustafa calls for an immediate ceasefire and reconstruction efforts in Gaza. In a move signaling a thaw in relations, Saudi Arabia appointed Faisal bin Saud Al Mahfil as the new ambassador for Syria after more than a decade. This development follows the resumption of diplomatic ties between the two nations brokered by China. The reopening of Saudi Arabia's diplomatic mission in Damascus in May 2023 marked a significant step towards rebuilding bilateral relations. This comes from a prolonged period of severe ties since 2011 amidst the Syria conflict that has led to substantial casualties and displacements. With the Syrian ambassador already operating in Riyadh since December and the new Saudi envoy aiming to strengthen bilateral bonds, this move underscores a shift in regional diplomacy and the potential for improved cooperation between the two nations. Finally, we head to Sudan, where the conflict in Darfur has taken a tragic turn, with violent clashes erupted in El Fasher, a key humanitarian hub. These clashes between regular military forces led by Army Chief Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and paramilitary rapid support forces under Mohammad Hamdan Dagalo resulted in devastating casualties, with at least 134 people, including an aid worker, killed. The situation in El Fasher is particularly concerning because it's the only state capital in North Darfur not under the control of paramilitary rapid support forces. The fight has severely impacted the ability of aid organizations like Médecins Sans Frontières to operate and deliver essential supplies. MSF reports that one of its pharmacy watchmen was killed by shelling, and their teams treated nearly 1,000 casualties over a 2-week period. The UN chief has called this a worrying escalation in the Darfur conflict, which has already displaced nearly 9 million people and claimed tens of thousands of lives since April last year. Urgent action is needed to stop the fighting, allow humanitarian access, and alleviate the suffering of Darfuri civilians. And that wraps up our today's news report. Stay tuned for more updates and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. This is Chronicle Daily signing off.